back with On the Record with Tiffany and Kevin.
And it is hot in Texas. It's so hot that I thought
it feels great in the studio.
Yeah, but I thought the show was over. I was like, hey, it's a wrap, right? No, it's not.
That's because he's busy trying to antagonize me with nonsense.
All right. So one of the things.
First, he started out with crazy Trump nonsense.
Did you know that you could be a Republican and still not agree with Trump? Did you know that? It doesn't seem like it, but you can be, right? Hey, so let's talk about, we talked about what was trending. And so right now, one of the things that you were talking about is that you have that you're doing a presentation for the kidney task force in Texas, state of Texas task force, right?
Yes.
So that's coming up. So here's a question what qualifies you, Tiffany, to say anything about kidney health or kidney care?
Well, now, if you listen to some people, nothing. But what qualifies me is I've lost 12 family members to this. Okay. I'm passionate about it. Mm-hmm. I read and read and read. Patients have to empower themselves. Yeah. You know, part of stopping a disease and stopping the progression of a disease like as pervasive as chronic kidney disease is really equipping yourself with knowledge about it, and making allies with professionals who understand it. Yeah. So I've been very blessed to have some of the best doctors in the country offer their expertise.
Yeah.
It's like on this chronic kidney disease task force. It's a stellar group of professionals, and being able to present before them and work with them has been a really wonderful experience.
Awesome. And then also just the other part there is, when you read the actual studies and the case studies that they're actually doing, it's really just logic, right? You sit down and do the numbers make sense? Did they answer all the questions, right? Just what you would logically think. And I'm surprised.
Kidney disease is complex. It's not, it's not a monolith. They're constantly learning new things. And with studies like the Kidney Precision Medicine Project, where they're creating a kidney atlas and actually mapping the kidney, it's stuff like that.
Yeah, but there was a new, and I know I'm a geek, right? So I really enjoy discovering how things work, right? So there is, and I think Kumar, his team invented this, right? Where they can actually, Dr. Kumar Sharma, where they can actually look into the kidney, right?
Yes,
so tell me something about
mass spectrometer.
Now I haven't read on that one because I know he has.
So he invented the mass spectrometer, and I got to go to his lab and see it. It was a geeky moment for me. It was really awesome, but he invented that. And really, a lot of the breakthroughs you see happening in kidney disease come from that, because being able to actually see into those cells, then they've discovered over 200 different cells that are unique only to the kidney. There have been so many things that have happened that are productive and good for our for the African American community, for the Asian community, for the Hispanic community, for people across the spectrum who have kidney disease and who have a high propensity for getting kidney disease.
Yeah, and there's
there's a lot that's happening within the field. Changing rapidly.
So one of the things that's being done at the Kidney Foundation are the screenings, right? So for me, the screenings are super important.
Early identification of kidney disease is very important, but that's not the only thing. Like, that's the first step. We find the disease, and then what are the next steps? We have a complete continuum of care, and that's now we're starting to see people come out, different organizations nationally. Which this is what amazes me. Here we are, 40 years, 50 years into kidney disease, and now
Yeah.
everybody's coming out and saying, hey, maybe we should do some early detection. And even then, major organizations, it's not their emphasis. Texas Kidney Foundation is the largest screener of kidney disease in the state of Texas.
Yeah.
We eclipse everyone else.
We do, and we are, and I have to brag here, we do a really good job at that. The part that
we focus in on that.
We focus in on that, and the part that I find, I guess, kind of frustrating is when we follow up with individuals. It's getting them and stressing the importance of it, especially in light of COVID.
Because people don't feel bad
Yeah.
with kidney disease. So the importance of, and that's why getting accurate information out to people is important. Mm-hmm. That's why you see me annoyed and frustrated when I see authority figures like our former president telling people the wrong thing in terms of their health care.
Yeah, or not just, or realizing that a lot of things can be nuanced and having to set a better tone in regards to something like that, right? Because right now what we see coming up with our numbers, right, and then also they're kind of starting to mirror the national numbers too, mm-hmm. is that individuals who've had COVID, right, also some of them
mm-hmm.
are showing up with kidney disease, and there's one report that just came out
mm-hmm.
that I read. I think it may be University of Pennsylvania, where they did some research where there was an increased number of people having liver damage because they were screening
mm-hmm.
for that. They were just going for the people in the hospital, but mm-hmm. that's a high concern, right? It's a big concern of mine here in Bexar County mm-hmm. as we go through the numbers.
And that's a big concern of all of ours. So what we decided to do at Texas Kidney Foundation, because when I took over the foundation and we started building our team, it'll be 5 years now, and the
mm-hmm.
time has just flown. But TKF was just kind of all things to all people. We were doing all of this different stuff, and what we decided is that we would focus, mm-hmm. that we would focus all of our time and energy into early detection,
mm-hmm.
education, and support, and the research that girds all of that up. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the things that we do: early detection, education, and support, and the research that girds it up.
Yeah.
We would have precision focus on that,
mm-hmm. and
on literally stopping the disease, because those are the things that will stop the disease.
Yeah, and my part to come in, where I come in, is that I come from a corporate environment, right, where everything is metric based. Mm-hmm. You know, I don't want to hear about what you said you're going to do, right? I want to see what you actually did.
What do the numbers say?
Right, and so that's the part mm-hmm. that I've come in there, is to help the foundation tighten up their processes around the metrics, the reporting of the metrics, help cleaning up the numbers, help refining the processes mm-hmm. around that.
The database, the data analytics, all of those.
So there's a lot that goes around that. It's not just, hey, go draw blood, write some stuff down. I mean, there's a processing machine that we're building out around that we have around it, but we're tightening it up, you know, to use a car analogy, if you don't mind. Mm-hmm. You know, we're getting the tires balanced, changing the oil, getting things running smooth, a little more smooth.
So anyway, we focus in on that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
We focus in on early detection, because right now, kidney disease is a $120 billion cost to the United States. $120 billion. And the toll on quality of life is just unprecedented, because your life is drastically changed if you end up in end-stage renal disease.